bit of a lodge up front, in front of us, which looks pretty remote and nice. It's a good location. We saw a guy on a Land Rover come past a minute ago. Certainly a long drive into your house if you live out here. How many miles do you reckon that track is? 4 miles?
Yeah, 4 miles.
So we just come off the double track by the lodge up here. Got a little bit of pushing for a minute. Really boggy this bit. But now I think we've got a bit of a general descent after that. Thanks guys. Thank you.
Oh, we'll wait here.
Yeah. Come through, it's okay.
Thank you. Okay. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah, you have a good day too, guys.
Enjoy your break.
Thank you.
Aviemore, actually, that's the end of our trip after 5 days. So
very good.
Yeah. And this is your last day. You're heading back.
Yeah. We've been out 2 nights, so. Good. Yep.
We met. It wasn't an assessor, was he? He was just supervising a group up at the Red House. DofE.
Yeah, 3 or 4 groups came through there.
Oh, right,
when was that? Last night?
Yesterday afternoon.
We haven't seen any other group just now.
We've seen so many in the 5 days, haven't we?
It's been lovely to see. Yeah. Must have seen a dozen groups.
Yeah. They've been great. They've been absolutely
They're really cheerful.
Yeah.
I mean,
all the groups have been cheerful, haven't they?
I mean, some of them have been, a bit more boys, some of those a little bit older, and they're just a little bit cool to say hello, but they're lovely.
No, they're quite good.
They've been really good.
It's
been nice.
I've just realised something. We might have seen the same group 12 times.
Yeah, different colour backs. See you later.
Have a good day. Cheers, thank you. Oh, it's a nice look. It's really nice to have a bit of clear, well, not clear skies, but not raining. And the clouds are a bit higher. So back on the double track, get a bit of speed up again. Kind of looks a little bit like a hanging valley from here, but probably isn't. Maybe it's just a gentle descent off there. A few boats on the loch. Might go for a dam ride. Cool dam, little mini one. Kind of interesting little dam. I'm not quite sure what the tanks are for. Maybe they store the water in there to release later. Weird. It's very low. It's almost like the river isn't feeding into it at the moment. Always love a dam ride. That was a fun descent down from the dam. Fast. Trying to keep up with Matt's extra mass, pulling him down. Oh, we're on the gravel. Yay. So the landscape's changed quite a bit since we come down from the dam. Now it's this wide open landscape. Feels like we're out of the mountains a bit. So we've been descending quite a while actually. Generally, a bit of up and down, but general down. And we're nearing the bottom of this really, so we're going to stop and have some lunch. It's been good today so far. Nice easy riding. I think we've got about around 20 miles to go until Aviemore. So time to eat the steak and ale pie I bought last night. So we're now on the Speyside Way, I think it said on the sign. About 15 miles to Aviemore. Now it's just starting to rain a little bit. But we're on the homeward leg now, so it doesn't really matter. I think we're sort of through these woods for a bit, and then down to Feshy Bridge, which we were at before. And then we branch off and head back to Aviemore. Guess we'll be there in a couple of hours or something, all being well. So we're on the last climb of the trip, I guess, pretty much. Last decent climb anyway. Got to climb all the way up through this forest. Nice easy trails to ride though, it's good. Down we go. Next stop, Glen Tromie, I suppose. And then Feshy Bridge. So we're back on this lovely little river ride again. Quite weird, like retracing a couple of the sections along the way. Makes you feel like you kind of come back home a little bit. It's quite nice. Yeah, this is great. Lovely little path. We feel like locals now. Second time we've ridden it in a few days. Just met a couple of German bike packers back there that are doing the outer loop on gravel bikes. Luckily for them, they're not doing the inner loop. We were just saying that the inner loop would be absolute torture on a gravel bike.
I think this is where we're on the road.
Yeah, so we turned off right here, didn't we, before?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it's quite fitting actually that we kind of end in the rain. It's been a pretty wet trip, this one, overall. More than normal. We're usually a bit luckier with the weather. So I guess it might be time for a quick sort of assessment of the route we've just done, seeing as we're nearly back in Aviemore. I think there's the outer and inner loops. The outer loop is really good, very rideable. The inner loop is still really good, but there's just that section, you know, one where we had to push the bikes sort of, you know, around the refuge arm. It's not rideable at all, really. Certainly not bike packable. There's a few little descents you can ride down, but very frustrating. Yeah, that one big section which took us about 4 hours, 5 hours of pushing sort of soured it a little bit, really. So anyway, that's my feelings. Glad we did it. It was a really enjoyable 5 days. Good fun. Quite wet, but don't mind the wet. It's just, well, yeah, it's just rain. But overall, yeah, we've had fun, but certainly wouldn't do that section again. But our next big trip is next year. We're doing the GB Divide backwards, camping. Should take us about a month, I think. So at least I know all the system on the bike works pretty well. The new bike's really efficient. So yeah, I think we might be doing the new Wales route in the autumn just as a warm-up. So we've got a couple of other mates joining us next year for the long ride. Kind of like just to ride with them and see how it all goes. I think Matt's going to change his setup a little bit. So that's probably our next multi-day adventure on the bikes, I think. One slightly unexpected thing is this, there's a lot of arable land around Aviemore. It's like crops growing. I just never thought about that. I assumed it wouldn't be here because it's so mountainous. So that's a surprise. About 3 or 4 miles to go. So I think we're pretty close to Aviemore now. A couple of miles maybe. Back into civilization. It's always weird when you come back from being days out in the hills and start seeing normal things again. Looking forward to having a shower somewhere. Yeah, what, 5 days I guess. A couple of little washes in between. Don't feel too bad actually though, to be honest. Oh, back to familiar territory now. And here we are, back in Aviemore. No, been a good trip. Finished in the rain just to cement it. But great fun as always with Matt. Good journey, good fun. Seen some good things, met some good people. All in all, really good. Another trip in the bag. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy it.